So I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited that the semester is coming to an end soon, and I'm really excited for summer, and I can't wait to celebrate the end of the semester. So with that said, I know that I'm probably planning on going to the beach, camping, playing sports, or just hanging out with my friends, going swimming at the pool or whatever. And I just know that I'm going to be out in the sun a lot, and I love the sun. It makes you feel warm, makes you feel happy, but what you might also feel is sunburn. And as much as we might love the sun, it doesn't love us back. And because the sun is so harmful to us and our skin and our health, I think that everybody should take the precaution and put on sunscreen, because with the right sunscreen, it can protect you from all the harmful effects of the sun. So let's start off with why you would want to wear sunscreen. I know that for me, I'm lazy and I skip the step a lot, because as a girl, it's just another step when you're getting ready. And sometimes it stings and you just don't want to wear it. And but you want to wear it because the sun's rays are really harmful, and there's two types of radiations that affect your skin, and that's UVA and UVB. What UVB radiation does is sunburn, and then it causes premature aging. It's called elastosis, and it penetrates deeply enough into your skin to affect the elasticity of your skin, so it doesn't go back into where it was. So that's why you get fine lines and wrinkles from the sun, and sunscreen will definitely help you with that, as well as sunburn. And then as far as skin cancer goes, it can cause, UVA radiation is what really causes skin cancer, and there's different kinds. There's squamous cell carcinoma, and then there's, squamous cell carcinoma, and then basal cell carcinoma, and then there's melanoma. And what happens is the UVA radiation is the radiation that actually penetrates deep into your skin enough to do damage to your DNA. And the unrepaired DNA damage is what causes the cells to mutate. And so squamous cell carcinoma is actually really gross. It's a skin lesion, and it's open, and it gets pussy, and it crusts over, and it's just not pretty. And then melanoma, it actually causes areas of your skin to be pigmented. It's usually red, and sometimes it's raised, but sometimes it's not. It's just smooth. And then basal cell carcinoma is just little skin lesions. It doesn't really crust over like squamous cell, but it's just red and open. And then so those are the different kinds. Also, it can cause benign tumors, but it can also cause tumors like moles and stuff, and if it's cancerous and it spreads deep enough into your body, it'll start affecting your vital organs, and that's when it starts getting fatal. So those are all the reasons why you should probably wear sunscreen. And when I say you should wear the right sunscreen, that's because not all sunscreens are made equal. There's a lot of because sunscreen wasn't regulated for about over 30 years, sunscreen manufacturers have been promising different things like really outrageous amounts of SPF. And SPF is just basically a sun protection factor. So let's take SPF 15 for example. SPF 15, like the rating number is pretty much how long it's going to protect you from sunburn, only sunburn, as opposed to how long it would take you to get sunburn without it. So let's say it's going to take you 20 minutes to get sunburn out into the sun. So if you do times 15, then you're supposed to be protected from sunburn for about 5 hours. So it's 15 times however long it's going to take you to get sunburn without sunscreen. But that's basically based on a test of how thickly you apply it. But the tests that the manufacturers do, it's actually a lot thicker than as opposed to regular consumers and how much they put on. So like most of us put on like a sheer layer, so it's not the same thing. And also the FDA finally started to regulate it, and it's going to take effect this summer, so it's just in time for us. And what Dr. Yanley and Dr. Lim of the FDA, who are actually on the panel to decide all the new rules on the sunscreen, advised that you should the number one thing that they recommend is that you should look out for sunscreens that protect broad spectrum protection, which will help you, which gives you protection from UVA, UVB for just sunscreen, and also UVA, which is really what gives us skin cancer and depigmentation of the skin. So that's one thing. And then another thing is that not all sunscreens can say that they're waterproof or sweatproof, because it's not. And if it is, it's supposed to say for how long. And another thing is that all sunscreens are going to come with a clearly visible fact box that gives you all the directions and all the hazards of the sunscreen and how long you should be reapplying. And Dr. Young and Dr. Lim of the FDA actually recommend that you should reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. So with that said, everything, also the ingredients is really important, because some of the ingredients in sunscreen actually can harm you. There was a research done by the U.S. government that says that studies show that vitamin A in sunscreen is actually really bad, and it's actually in sunscreen because it has it's an antioxidant, and it's supposed to help you. It's supposed to prevent premature aging because of all the free radicals in your body and it's damaged by the UVB radiation. And it's also vitamin A, or you should look out for, it also goes by the name of retinol palmitate. And then you should also look out for the ingredient oxybenzone, because it's shown that it can harm your natural hormones as well. But the ingredients that you do want in your sunscreen are recognized titanium zinc oxide or avobenzone, because those are the main ingredients that's actually going to give you that protection. And with that said, all of this information, one more thing is, if you want to know what kind of sunscreen is actually the best, there is a website called the Environmental Working Group, and has all the ratings of, actually has a list of all the best sunscreens for beach and sports. And then they also have a Hall of Shame where it lists all the worst sunscreens. So things like Banana Boat and Tropical Hawaiian. It's actually on that list. So you might want to check that out. And if you want to find out more about skin cancer and sunscreen, and if you don't remember some of the ingredient names, you can check all of this information on the Environmental Working Group's website and skincancer.org, and also WebMD, because that's where I got all of my information. And with that said, I hope that because you were educated on why you should wear sunscreen and how you should wear sunscreen, that you will protect yourself this summer, because the sun is dangerous.
Caleb, you were supposed to do the oral evaluation? No? Apparently not here. Okay. Well, I'll just go quickly. I think you've got an okay introduction. It seems a little broad, but you are talking about a timely issue, and I like the way you connected that to the subject. When your issue becomes clear, I think you've got a good direction that you're headed for, but there's not really any preview of the supporting material. There's not any layout of the structure. And during the speech, I think it's very noticeable that that's a problem, because it really feels like every time you come to the end, you think of something else to throw into the presentation. It happened 3 or 4 times that it seemed like you were suddenly adding something else to the speech as opposed to it being part of a plan. And I think that comes about because you haven't laid out